Chapter 684. Sai Regina, who had been staring blankly at him, glanced at Renaway and then clenched her teeth, swallowing hard. I will speak. Yet, before Sai Regina could proceed, one of Nukijo's subordinates, who had been cautiously biding his time, eagerly stepped forward, raising his hand. This sly individual, who had been seeking an escape since hearing of Nukijo's demise, was undeterred by the fierce glares and veiled threats from the VIPs and fellow comrades, and asked in a nervous tone, Is it enough to confirm that everyone here is a guest of Nukijo? Merely confirming that is somewhat insufficient, replied Kishir, who desired the names and information of the VIPs. Hearing this, the man quickly rattled off a few names. However, these lacked the most crucial element, the surnames of prominent families, and he failed to accurately identify the individuals he named. You like to save your skin, spouting nonsense names. What are these fictitious people you speak of? Berated one of the VIPs. I may be slightly mistaken, but I have told you all I know. Isn't that enough? The man stammered, his words clearly falling short of being helpful. They were more utterances, far from consulting evidence. However, Kishir, with an inscrutable smile, gestured to the cavalry members, using the order, released this man from his bonds. What? Yes, understood. They complied, though clearly puzzled by their leader's command. The special forces of the Empire, watching from a step behind, also wore expressions of concern. Contrastingly, the freed subordinate of Nukijo, massaging his sore arms, smirked, his eyes betraying thoughts of escape. This stirred noticeable unrest among Nukijo's other subordinates, who had been warily eyeing each other. Gradually, they began to speak. I think I remember one name. Me too. Silence, you fools, another shouted, attempting to quell them, but to no avail. They began calling out names they remembered, yet these were as muddled as the first. Kishir, unshaken by the chaotic shouts, asked with a smile, Is that all? Silence fell. Not one of you correctly matched a name with a family. A pity. There could have been significant leniency for anyone able to do so. Again, silence. Truly? No more? I know them all. A faint voice broke the stillness. All eyes turned to Sai Regina. Do you? Let's hear it, said Kishir, seemingly without great expectation. Sai Regina slowly turned her head, scanning the faces of each guest. Starting from the one at the far left, she pointed and began to name each. The guest in the green attire is Coles from the Salmaka family, the second child. Next to him is Aneksha from the Abkhazia family, the fifth child, and beside them is the previously blusterous VIP's complexions drastically changed, their surprised and dismayed expressions revealing Sai Regina's correctness. How could she possibly? It's all lies. How dare someone like you utter my name? They exclaimed in disbelief. Someone shouted, but their cry was empty, lacking force. Sai Regina remained indifferent to the curses hurled at her. Unperturbed by the uproar, she successfully recited the name of every last person. Astonishingly, the information she provided included not just names and families, but also the order and positions in which they had arrived and seated themselves at the arena that day. That is all, she concluded, and a prolonged silence followed her words. The first to break the silence was Kishir, his expression as calm as when others had chaotically spat out random names. Truly detailed and accurate information. It doesn't feel like something made up. I can understand recalling the names, but how did you remember the rest so precisely? I have been working here since the very inception of the Awakeners Arena under Nukijo, the owner of this place. Nukijo always entrusted me with guarding and entertaining the VIPs in the VIP section and ordered me to eavesdrop on their conversations for any useful information. With years, one naturally ends up memorizing such things. What did you say? How dare he? Exclamations of dismay erupted from various quarters. But with Nukijo dead, there was no one present to bear the brunt of these accusations. Useful information collected by Nukijo, you say? An unexpected harvest. Are you willing to share more? Of course, the cavalry will compensate accordingly based on the accuracy and usefulness of the information. Sai Regina's eyes flickered slightly. She closed them tightly and then opened them again, her expression completely transformed. Of course, if a noble like yourself wishes, I will reveal all that I know. I assure you, no one knows their dirty secrets and what they sought to hide better than I do. With these grave words, Sai Regina knelt and bowed deeply. Traitor! Curses followed from behind her, but they had no effect on her or the cavalry. This will surely secure a reduction in my sentence. It was, in hindsight, obvious that Sai Regina would know so much about the VIPs. Who else but Nukijo would use an awakener capable of remaining unseen to gather such information? Yet, it would have been difficult to extract this information so dramatically and conclusively and turn it into a sure deal for leniency had it not been for Kishir. Perhaps he had guessed this outcome from the moment he heard that an awakener with invisibility skills was tasked with protecting the VIPs. Yudhir, finally easing his mind, turned his head. His gaze found Ranavi, who was covering her face, her shoulders shaking. Many repeat their crimes even after serving their sentence. It's true that punishment alone does not reform, but perhaps these individuals will be different. With a smile, Kishir then commanded everyone to head outside. Once we leave, transport everyone to the southern branch of the cavalry for investigation. It will be tiring for all, but I must ask this of you. Understood? What? Taken to the cavalry? You said you would release us for given information. A recently unborn subordinate of Nukijo protested loudly. Well, I said to release the bonds, not that there wouldn't be an investigation. What? Stunned, the subordinate could not continue his protest. His inability to retort with curses was due to Yudhir standing right next to Kishir, flashing a cold glare. The VIPs too were reluctant to be taken away, but they became remarkably docile after making eye contact with Yudhir. As they finally emerged from the collapsed hole into the outside world, passing the Black Orca Tavern, a handful of cavalry members guarding the perimeter cheered. Piled up like a mountain beside them were the subordinates of Nukijo. Commander, Yudhir, you're all safe. Of course, I expected nothing less. Elkins, who had been protected among them, wrapped in a mantle, rushed over in a flurry. You have returned safely. I applied to join the cavalry. Is that so? His face, tear-streaked from emotion, looked somewhat comical, but Yudhir did not laugh. Then we shall soon see you in the cavalry. Yes, I'm truly grateful. As the crowd gathered around to watch, the bound individuals were either dragged or carried off in a line. No matter how much the VIPs raged or bowed their heads to hide their faces, the cavalry members treated them no differently than Nukijo subordinates. Amidst the screams and shouts, only Sai Regina moved silently and calmly, maintaining her composure. Thus, the long day ended for the cavalry commander and his assistant after arriving at the southern branch. And naturally, this news quickly spread to the capital and across the empire, shocking many. Great, now give Yudhir and Kishir 10 days of vacation and an empty cabin. I know they will be so freaking busy that they will not even be able to kiss. Oh, this is what happened in the West too. They just deal with the aftermath. They have to go to the court, they have to take care of everything, they have to sweep all of the streets clean from all of these corrupt people and establish a new order. Oh, when will we have the lovey-dovey romance?